Welcome back to Dynasty Mode. I'm Reese Davis, and it's time to kick off your EA Sports College Football 26 Coach. Next, let's choose your rosters. If you're looking for the latest EA Sports recommended roster featuring more than 1,000 additional players, choose the active roster option. Or you can select the rosters from our original launch with a default roster option. Now it's time to customize your Dynasty experience. Similar to last year, here's where you'll modify your settings from the expanded list of available options. You can import your team builder created teams and customize your conferences, complete with unique rules and protected rivals. It's now time to select your team. Would you prefer to take over an established contender or build a team from the ground up? Pay attention to each team. Time to figure out where on the coaching. Now for the fun part. Here, you'll create a coach of your own or select an existing one. If your plan is to create a custom coach, you can fully customize your coach's appearance, backstory, and now it's time to choose your coach's archetype. Your starting choices are motivator, recruiter, and tactician. What's most important to you? Maximizing player development, acquiring new talent, or putting your team in the best position to win? Congratulations. It's time to sign your first coaching contract. Now, let's quickly walk through recruiting in EA Sports College Football 26. Our recruiting system follows a three-stage approach. Stage 1, add a player to your recruiting board. Once they're there, you can select actions to gain intel on what they value when it comes to committing to a school. These actions also help to get on a recruit's radar and can move you into their top schools. Once you're in a recruit's top 5, Stage 2 commences, allowing you to pitch to a player the things your school does well that they value. If you're having trouble finding interest that match, try to use the sway mechanic to get a recruit to change their mind. Finally, when a recruit is ready, Stage 3 is all about you closing on the recruit. It's at this point you can host a recruit on campus, allowing you to focus on specific school strengths in an effort to get a verbal commitment from the recruit before signing day. What a scene, a spectacle, a cavalcade of dancing lights trying to hype this crowd into a frenzy, and it's working because they know what a huge matchup is in store. Welcome to the Rose Bowl, home to the UCLA Bruins. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Utah Utes, taking on a team from the Big 10, the UCLA Bruins. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Utes about to kick it away and get this season started. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So the UCLA Bruins offense will get the ball first. And there has been a lot of talk about this guy. Jesse, they say the farther away you line up from the football, the easier it is to play early. When you're as good as this dude, you're going to play no matter what.
Well, this offense knew he was good coming out of high school, but talking to their quarterback and their coaching staff before the game, David, they didn't know he was this good. He's made catches in practice. He's done things in scrimmage that is completely wowing everybody. Now the question, can he do it when the lights are on and everybody's watching?
And I think receiver is the best spot to transfer being a freshman. Like, it's not the biggest adjustment. These guys aren't so much bigger that you're going against. It's speed. He has the speed. He has the hype. I'm excited to watch this debut.
Guys, let's talk a little UCLA. The good news about starting the season outside the top 25, not a lot of lofty expectations. You can sneak up on a few teams, but sooner or later, you're going to want to get that attention and get into those rankings.
A lot more, but it's not impossible. In recent years, you saw it with Indiana coming out of absolutely nowhere. You saw it back in the day with USF. You've seen it with Rutgers. Like, in the past, you can do it. You can put it together, gain some momentum, but it starts with this game right here.
TCU reached the national championship game a few years back, and no one expected much of them that season either, so you never know. And what's important is what people believe inside your own locker room. This team thinks they can do some really special things this year, and they get a chance to start strong here in week 1.
The Bruins come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Dropping back, it's Iamaleava. That's caught. It's Robinson. At the 45, on his way. Good pickup there as he gets the first down. They'll mark him at the 48.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Fires deep toward the end zone. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. Offense about to reel off its 7th play of the drive. Quarterback making adjustments. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab down the middle. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
4th down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the 4th down conversion.
Well, the Big Ten has expanded with this massive continent-wide geographical footprint. The Big 12 has been really shrewd in positioning and maneuvering for survival, and they look for opportunities to win on the field like they'll have today.
Yeah, and the Big Ten's kind of taking what the Big Ten wants and expanding and not really worried about anybody else. So if I'm the Big 12, I'm like, yeah, you ain't worried about me, but you're going to worry about me today and on the field, and I can make a statement and prove to some of the true blue bloods in the Big Ten.
I just love the stylistic matchup in this one, too, right? You think about the Big Ten running the football, defense, physical, and then Big 12, wide open, up-tempo, air raid offense. This one's going to be fun.
Here he goes breaking the pocket. Got some room into the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Bruins. They're on the board first here in the season opener.
How about the start from this offense? What a drive. Just when they needed a third down conversion, they got it. They put a bunch of plays together, kind of wore the defense out, and in the end, punched it in for 6.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Utah Utes offense will go to work for the first time today. And the heart of this team clearly rests on the offensive line. A group of maulers, David, who take pride in what they do.
And I think if you're a coach, you take pride. Like, it starts up front. Like, you win and lose games with physicality, and they lean on all the big fellas up front, the hog mollies, the big uglies, the most unselfish players on the field.
It's old school, man. We're in an era of college football where it's up-tempo, spread, air raid. Games are still won and lost, though, in the trenches. And because this is one of the best offensive lines in all of college football, that is a huge advantage this offense takes into each and every game.
Makes the grab. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
So the early contact for the defense, and they'll move it up 5 yards. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. The give to the tailback. Running into the open space. Picks up the first down. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Dampier. He's got an open man. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. The Utes will line it up on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
It seemed like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
To the ground with the back. Oh, he's got a chance. They finally get to him. And what a play there to pick up the first down.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front, paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catch. Touchdown, Utes! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. The extra point here would tie the game.
And I think the offense caught the D off guard on that play, throwing it to the fullback. I think this defense was expecting the fullback to kind of ram up in there and try to block somebody, maybe get a fullback dive, but not release out of the backfield like that and catch the ball. This fullback, he's got a lot of tools in his toolbox.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Going right to work up top. Fires to the tight end. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. And the Bruins trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Got his man downfield. It's a running room. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. He makes the grab.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
They'll stop him at the 31. Let's mark it off at 5 yards, and that will be a first down. Dropping back, it's Iamaleava using the quick game. And a good pickup to move the chains, and the clock will expire, and that's how they'll be set up to start the second quarter. So first down here as they go back to work. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. The Bruins didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Just keeps slinging it. Deep shot for the end zone. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Leaves it with the running back. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. And the Bruins will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. He's looking to throw. And the Heat gets there. And they get it down at the 14-yard line. They'll immediately call timeout.
Quarterback just has to be more aware of the situation. 1st down, goal-to-go situation. You cannot take a sack. So the QB, if no one's open, you got to make sure you're throwing that ball out of the end zone and helping your offense out.
With jet sweep pass. Trying to get it in. And into the end zone. And he runs it all the way down to the 3-yard line before he's finally knocked down.
And the offense, they don't choose to go downhill, be physical. They'll try to get it on the perimeter. Stay away from some of those defensive linemen. But you can tell DBs, linebackers, not scared. Nice job playing fast, trusting their eyes, and forcing a 3rd down.
Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, UCLA! In the window for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when they're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Hard running there. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Back to throw, it's Dampier. Hauls it in.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Running back searching for a hole. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Tight end now in motion. They'll ride the hot hand. There he goes. He's up to 57 yards rushing already here in the 1st half. It's a season opener, but he's in midseason form. And the Utes come to the line with a new set of downs. Quarterback on the keeper. Quick spin on the run. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
This is one of the things that's hard about stopping the option. That wasn't a big gain, but you look up, and they're in 2nd and short, 2nd and medium. They put you behind the sticks consistently as a defense. This defense has to be aggressive, make sure they get to this quarterback, and make him make quick decisions.
They make the tackle after he gets 2 down to the 25. The Utes come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to bully their way for the first. And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him, second guy finally did. And the Utes kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Bentley. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
Out of the gun to give to the back. Powers through. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up to the passing.
So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. And backed up, first and goal. This defense fighting to hold the lead and carry it to the line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Utah!
This has been a back-and-forth battle with a lot of football left to go. Really nice job executing on that rushing touchdown. If they get this extra point, this thing is all tied up.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, that pivotal top 15 battle is in the books. Here's how things went down. Clemson was able to finish off a close one in Death Valley today. They did just enough, both offensively and defensively, to come away with the dub. Hey, survive and advance. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the new top 25 poll next week as this one, gentlemen.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. To the air, it's Iamaleava. Floating away. Rolling, throwing, looking right. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
Love the coverage on the back end by the defense on that play. In these scramble-type situations, the quarterback's rolling out to his right. Everything breaks down, and it really gets hard on these defenders to have to stay with their man, but a good job there by the defense.
Right down the middle. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on third down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working.
Going up top. Hauls it in easily enough for the first down. Not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. No matter where they are on the field, they'll go for those chunk plays, and they got one that has them set up 1st and 10 at the 42. Looking left. That pass is incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to keep it in the air. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Fires left. Complete downfield. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in the first half.
He kept him out of the end zone, but it'll be first and goal from the 1-yard line. The Bruins have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Little touch pass to the receiver. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
Offense trying to go push pass on first down on the goal line, but the defense, tremendous surge up front. They get penetration, and they get the tackle for loss.
Wide out trying to get it in. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Still some work to do here on 3rd and goal from the 3.
Nice job by the defense forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations.
And you race it to the house. Touchdown, Bruins.
And that is a perfect job by the offense, executing that 2-minute situation. The quarterback was really in charge and focused. Made sure that all the right decisions were being made with respect to execution and the clock. This is something you practice all season long, and they execute the 2-minute perfectly here at the end of the half.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with a halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Pasadena. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So the kick goes out of bounds, and the ball will be placed at the 40 to start this drive. First down here for the offense. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Breaks the tackle. Past the sticks, and he may get more. Stopped just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to throw, it's Dampier. Unloads to the wideout. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row. The Utes decide to punt it away. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Bought a little time, lets it go. He's got it. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking. So much for the tough field position. One play, and you're already to the 35. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Fires to the big fella. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit and let's keep going.
Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. Making side adjustments here. On 4th down, trying to find his man. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field field position. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. They'll run it from the gun. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9. Pulls and throws out the RPO. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Our coach said to never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down.
Goodness, that happened fast. He was in the backfield before the ball was even snapped.
Oh, man, adrenaline pumping, heart beating a little faster. There is some intensity on that. Looking for a push on 4th down. And the Utes are stopped, but not before getting the first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Takes the handoff. It's Rodgers. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Utes now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. To the air. It's Dampier. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Grabbed over the middle. It's Bentley. Wide open spaces. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Right down the boulevard. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3-spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. On the run from inside his own 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. They'll get this drive started from the 29. He'll pull it on the read. And this one will be stopped for no gain. And the Bruins headed quickly to the line.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option.
Going for the big play. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd. Trying to pick up a first down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. The Bruins have it with a 1st and 10. Finds his man. It's Thomas. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up with the 26 for the first down.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field, and it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
On the ground, it's Thomas. He's going to lose a yard on that one. They run into a bit of trouble here. 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. Buys a little extra time. Down he goes. The defense making a play, and they've knocked him out to a long field goal range. That's the end of the period, and it's UCLA in the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. They get through and it's blocked.
That time, what a surge right up the middle of the field. They were able to get penetration and block the kick.
This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. Give to the running back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Back to pass. It's Dampier. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man. Good pick up there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. New set of downs after the completion. The RPO, it's complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you can tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen it.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Plucks it out of the air. Just what they'd hoped for on third down as they've got a first at the 32. And the Utes have their offense in high gear. The give to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They'll leave it with him. Nice move to keep running. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. From the shotgun, the inside give. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle, it's Davis. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. They'll try to run for it. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Well, third down, they tried to run the football thinking they could catch the defense off guard. They were able to get some yards, not the first, though. So now you've got 4th and very short. And what did the analytics say to do here, head coach?
He's not going to get there. Stop short on 4th down. The give and tick, 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 tick. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And the Bruins come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They'll pick up the first down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Knocked down behind the line. Boy, he powered through one tackler, but there were more there to greet him. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll run play action. Zings it complete to the right. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. The Bruins getting set on 1st and 10. Give to the back. play. It's 2nd and 2.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
It'll be 3rd and long. They'll move the wide receiver. He might want another play. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game. Offense.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Got it, looking for a first. They will stop him short, and the defense trying to keep him alive.
Well, give the defense credit there. They took all the quarterback's options downfield away, forced him to check it down, rallied to the football, and now they've set up 4th.
The offense will stay out there to go for it on 4th down again. They're 3 for 4 so far in this one. I'd advise just throwing this one away. Pressure coming. It's complete to the left. That will be the final play as they make the stop, and the clock has expired here. We waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out, start the season off 1-0, Jesse. Great start.
It was a great start for the winning team. Now, for the losing team, obviously not the way you want to get into this season. There were some mistakes with execution, and guys are going to have to do a better job individually. But that's why you play the games. You get to now go back to the drawing board, get back on the practice field, try and iron out these wrinkles. It's a long season ahead. A lot to play for.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Bright lights city gonna set my soul on fire. Welcome to Las Vegas, the entertainment capital of the world and home to the running rebels of UNLV. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the UCLA Bruins, taking on a team from the Mountain West, the UNLV Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Rebels will put total leather to crank us up. Coming out with it, it's Flores. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. The Bruins offense will dial up the first ball plays in this one. And David, they've got a guy in the backfield that certainly is capable of carrying more than his share of the weight in this offensive attack.
Yeah, he's a piece, but I would argue this, Reese. Like, you need to get the ground game going. For this offense to be successful, they need a physical tone setter, and he can be that, sometimes up, sometimes down. They need that consistently, Jesse.
They need him to show up when it matters the most, and there's going to be times in this game like we've seen throughout his career when the defense wants to take away wide receivers or players on the perimeter, and that's when this guy has to show up and shine. He's got vision, he's got cutting ability, he's got speed, but that's got to be on display in this game.
Dropping back, it's Iamaleava. Fires to the wideout. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Well, on that incompletion, the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page. I mean, that wasn't even close.
Back to pass on second down. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the second down misfire. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Really good third down defense, man. Understanding the sticks and getting him in third and long, first of all, is where they won first. And then playing the pass, breaking on the football, forcing a fourth down and in their own territory for the offense. Great job by this team.
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line. Catch in the middle, it's Gums. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. They send the tight end in motion. They'll give it to the back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. And the Rebels line up to punt it away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. And the punt goes out of bounds. We'll see where the officials spot it, but they certainly gave them no opportunity for a return. First play of this drive comes from the 27. Looking to throw, it's Iamaleava. Get it out on the screen. They've got him now. He almost picked up that first down on the screen.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect, pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him.
There he goes. Spins away. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. And the Bruins just got that huge run. They'd love another explosive play. Trying to make magic with his feet. He'll pick up a few before being knocked out of bounds at the 31. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Going to swing it on second down. Caught in the backfield. It's Thomas. They'll get him out of bounds and mark it at the 21. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line? It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Second down, he'll throw it. Finds his big tight end. Tackle made at the 9-yard line after the catch. It'll be first and goal. The Bruins trying to pay off the threat on first and goal. Wants to throw. It's Iamaleava. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
A lot of times when you go back and you revisit these games, who takes advantage of these opportunities in the red zone, in these goal-to-go situations? Bad job on first down by this offense.
Trying play action. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. And he'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. That is no good. And after the miss, guys, the score stays right where it is. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Off play action on first down. Quickly out to the tight end.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
The Rebels can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. And he throws down the gut of the defense. It's incomplete.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Gets rid of it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. And the Rebels will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt, try to get some yardage. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Makes the grab. It's Thomas. At the 40, there he goes. Oh, he's got some space. Out of bounds, right at the 20-yard line, edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Unleashes one deep. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, UCLA!
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
7, UNLV 0.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking downfield, it's Calandria. Got his man quickly. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. UNLV is coming off its best 2-year stretch in school history, but they've got a new coach, but an experienced one in Dan Mullen, who has more than 100 wins on his resume.
Yeah, you mentioned it, Reese. Dan Mullen. Like, he's inheriting a team that was very successful. They were 1 game away from going to the college football playoff. That's how good they were. A lot of experience, a lot of good moments, and a building program.
And he's a really good mind on offense, no question about it. Very, very creative. So you expect that to continue at UNLV. And if that offense can do their thing, maybe this is a team that takes that next step.
Caught over the middle. It's gone. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Wants to throw again. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. The Rebels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Got his man to the left. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. Runs through a tackle. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
He stopped at the 5, but the completion sets him up with a 1st and goal. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And this offense has a chance to pull even as we get deep in the first half. Defense, and the quarterback caught up two and sacked at the 12. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Scanning the field, it's Calandria. Here's a heat. Flushed out of the pocket. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. Clock still running, almost certainly the last play of the half. Defense showing blitz. Will they bail out of it? Quarterback floating away from pressure. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels.
And how about this offense responding late in the first half, getting the score, now an extra point away from tying this football game, going into the half. That's exactly how you draw up a 2-minute drill. That's how you want to finish a half.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
All right, guys, a delightful first 2 quarters of football there today in Vegas. And that defense has to feel like it just played about as close to a perfect first half as it can play. And who am I to argue? I mean, check out that scoreboard. Bone-crushing hits and an airtight secondary. Feels like they have 12, 13 dudes out there against that offense, which needs a real pick-me-up and fast. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas inside Allegiant Stadium.
And the Bruins will kick it off to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Rebels offense is back on the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get to the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
He'll do it himself. Oh, it's loose. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And they're not on the same page there.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
Man, what a finish we could have. Tie game, 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. Using his legs, it's Thomas. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There's been way too much penetration up front defensively. They've been able to stop him in his tracks.
And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. And the Rebels are on the move. Just a short pass to the tight end. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down. The Rebels come to the line with a new set of downs. The give to the back. Got enough for the 1st. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back, and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on the defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him. They have been gang tackling him and getting a lot of penetration up front.
Finds his big tight end. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Spreads the uprights, it's good. Let's move on top.
All field goals are not created equal, guys. Kicks in the 4th quarter to take the lead. They just seem to carry so much more weight. So give that young man credit for getting out there and knocking that thing through the uprights with all of the pressure, all the eyeballs on him. He delivers.
Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. He wants to change this route. Quick completion on the out. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football. They play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Gets the back moving. Grabbed behind the line. It's Thomas. And it is well blocked as they pick up enough for a 1st down.
On the screen.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the 1st down.
He's got him. And he's brought down after a nice game. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. Wants to throw again. That's caught. It's Thomas. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. Moving closer to the red zone, it's at the 27 on 1st down. Rushes on him. Takes a hit as he fires. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. And if they want to take the lead, can't be thinking field goal here. They'll need a touchdown to go up in the 4th. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
Looking for the goal line. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You got to be aggressive. You got to make tackles.
A huge chance for points here on 3rd and goal, and if they can get it in, we might have ourselves a finish. Quick pass on the jet motion. Touchdown, Bruins! And they've moved out front here on the 4th.
Number 3.
This is an offense that has so much confidence. They believe they're able to win the game when it matters the most. They've got the playmakers to do it. You saw it on that last touchdown. Now taking the lead with less than 2 minutes to go.
Setting up for the PAT, and when he gets this late, every point matters. And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. South Alabama is getting cooked right now at home, and it's all over but the crime. A lopsided affair with miscues and missed tackles. They're trailing by 31 to Tulane. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. UNLV ready to go back to work on offense. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most...
Turning it on! They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. They couldn't draw up a better way to start a drive, and now they've got it 1st and 10 from the 41. Back to pass, it's Calandria. Bears the pressure. The sure hands, it's Thomas.
Well, one thing you got to say about this guy is he's very, very poised. He knew he had that defender bearing down on him. He got hit right as he threw it. Still, though, it didn't affect his accuracy. Nice job getting that completion.
Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. Tremendous awareness to get what he could and get out of bounds. And now the offense trying to score one late. And the Rebels will snap it on 1st and 10. The pull and throw off the RPO. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. He's got it. And he wanted to score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't. Touchdown, Vegas. They move on top here in the 4th.
Well, the offense shows you what they're made of. They're scoring the touchdown. They take the lead with only seconds to go, and now it's on the defense to ice this thing when they take the field.
And he puts it down the middle, and the lead is 3 here in the final period. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Buys just enough space across the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. He's taking a deep shot. Makes a catch along the left sideline, and that is a big pickup. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8.
Timeout, UCLA.
They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. Lets it fly. Makes the catch. Touchdown, UCLA. And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
Number 7.
Man, what a great job by this offense executing down the field, using all of the clock, being smart, getting the big score late, and I think that one should do it.
And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th.
UNLV 17.
He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Calandria. Bringing the heat. Makes the catch on the left. They'll bring him down as he bulks up those numbers, but not the most important one as they'll come up short in this game. Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence from that.
and you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. And then you look up at the end of the season, you never know where you could be, what dreams you could bring to reality.
At the end of the day, I think good teams find ways to win games. And over these last 2 games, it hasn't always been easy. They've had to overcome some adversity, but at the end of the day, they were able to step up, make the plays necessary, and do that. Very, very impressive.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.